السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم خالد وبوصل. أرجع لكم اليوم مقطع جديد أو ردة فعل جديدة يا إخوان. نش ضد موكزي. طبعا زي ما تعرفون إن نش لاعب صغير وصاعد ومن أفضل اللاعبين عندنا في الميدل إيست. علموني يا إخوان إذا تبغون مباريات 1v1 أكثر منها، اكتبوا لي عاد رأيكم تحت بالكومنت، ولا تقصرون معي باللايك والاشتراك وتنشرون التنبيهات. ضروري يا إخوان الاشتراكات نبي نوصل 5000 مشترك. إذا ما كنت مشترك انزل واضغط على زر الاشتراك وبس. أخليكم على المقطع. بسم الله يا إخوان. الجيم الأول من بيست أوف 7 نش ضد موكزي.
was great. Wait, did I say that correctly? He was winning a bunch. He still won. It was unfortunately his last win. Nush, after beating Moxy, went up against a few of the top players. Couldn't find another big win, but always has the accolade of the win against Moxy to hold to his name. Now, can he defend it here as he gets a rematch against the Frenchman? Moxy has actually played 3 matches against Atto as his last 3 matches. Such a quick catch and flick to open the game here, as he has himself the first of what will likely be many goals. And if Nush plays it right, hopefully it won't be many off of his flick, because if you let Moxy go to work there, he will find some nasty shots. But you know, it can barely count as letting him go to work. Moxy got that so quickly that even if he was turning for an early challenge,
هلو يا شيخ. الله شيك كيف اخذ الريست شيك اخذ الريست هنا عطها واحدة الامير.
little reset shot.
الله حلو.
Swap overlay. Okay, overlay is wrong. Sorry about that. Now we have everybody on their correct side. Thank you, chat, for always looking out.
لا.
As Moxy now will score for the correct team. Taking this one from his own back wall.
اخذ الكرة منه بالراحة والله.
Nush watching this replay for whatever reason. I don't know if it was a bit of tilt.
ان شاء الله يعني انه يحاول باذن الله انه يحاول يعني.
He preps for what's going to be a long best of 7. If anybody knows Moxy, they know that he wants to play best of 7s whenever possible. It's a great recovery on the save, and Nush actually great recognition that Moxy is going for the demo. He loves to follow up every shot with the demo, and Nush seems acutely aware as he dodged the first one, but could not dodge the second, and now we'll go diving past Moxy. Stop it right on the goal line for the third goal. Yo, Arrows, thank you for the 39-month tier 1. Appreciate you. And Quillia, thank you for the 12-month. Was it tier 1 or is it 12-month? 12-month tier 1. Thank you. You guys contributing big to our partner plus, those tier 1ers out there, as Moxy trying to show what he can do in the air. Always has been capable from there, but primarily beats his top opponents through the ground play. Here, I saw you in marbles for the Simply hat, but I didn't win. I didn't win the Simply hat.
انتظر لين جاء وقطع لمسة كذا اقول لي.
Not guaranteed to win. Truly sad days. Nush pre-flip back out to this ball. Moxy was hard committing.
Hello?
He did not expect Nush to get there.
يا شيخ يا لعيب. حلو منه والله.
Moxy on 0 boost goes flying past the ball. Because he flipped, his recovery is going to be very much delayed. And Nush not going to have any issues. Another kickoff win for him. Wall to air dribble. This is where he's comfortable. He's got Moxy defending off the back wall. Hoping for a tough transition to the ground where he could 50 him. Credit to Moxy for getting a good enough position. And now popping over the top of Nush. This has been the way that he's scored the majority, if not all of his goals so far. I mean, one of them was a flick to pop over the top. But he seems to be reading Nush's challenge as well. All he has to do is get it on the top of him at the midfield.
يا ما تخرب اليد عندهم يا اخوان ولا وش.
Did Moxy just get a little bit caught up going for a bump attempt that didn't connect, but he does make it back in time. His counterattack is wide, and Nush has the patience not to panic to make the save. He knew Moxy was out at the midfield. He could let the ball bounce off the wall, and doing so has allowed him to transition the play here into the orange half. 14 boosts to work with, though, as he tries to milk this possession. There you go, chat. I know you wanted it. Moxy's, I guess it wasn't about Moxy, but I know you guys were all sitting there waiting. So there you go.
يا عمري
Nush. High resets, maybe discouraged from
دبر ست
Moxy's ceiling challenge.
يا
But now
ساتر
slow played on the ground and
هلا يا وحش
does a good job of reading Moxy on the
الله
ground.
يحلو.
So that is how it has been for the 8 goals so
دبر
far.
ست يا حبيبي أين
Nush
الأخم بعد
making an outplay
يا
with a
عمري يا
arrow on the
شيخ
ground,
أخ
right
اسطورة
around the
الله
net
يستر
in order to beat Moxy, and Moxy playing in the midfield in order to win his advantages. Kickoff win for Moxy to the ceiling. Nush defending high off the backboard and cannot transition low. You'll see, I didn't mean to skip that. I actually meant to switch perspectives, but I'm using the mouse. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me pick back up the controller. Anyways, Nush defending high as opposed to on the side wall. And that makes transitioning down to make saves really tough.
ساتر حلوة منه
Being a pest on the
والله
goal line,
كويس
though.
لحق
He has done that well.
كويس لحق والله نش يا اخوان
Brings the scoreline back to tied. These cars are straight up faster though. Fierce sped up the footage. People say that a lot about the replays that I watch. I don't know if the replays somehow have a bug where they sometimes play at like 1.1 speed or something. I never really notice it, but there must be something there because
لا لا والله
even though
خشات
obviously
قاعد
pros can make the game look like it's
الخشات
running
تقر يا
faster,
اخي
it consistently
قاعد
happens
يخش خشات
only ever
كثيرة
on
والله
replay files, whereas I guess someone right now is saying it's happening here in a live show match where obviously it could not be sped up. But
ما عليه فدا
maybe it's just the same thing. I mean, I've always thought that it's just people not realizing how fast pros play, and when you watch their gameplay, it looks quicker than you think the game is actually played. But I've seen it so much on just replay files that I've started to maybe
لو
believe
جت
that
الله
there
قهر
could be some slight bug where they're
والله هذه
replaying
لو
the
جت يا
game
عيال
just a little bit too fast or something.
ما عليه اتوقع يا اخوان الجيم الاول راح
7-5,
يعني
the first
دي اتوقع
2-goal lead, I think, for either one of these players is going to go to Moxy as Nush puts a little wall dash to keep momentum here. He tries to find a way to score again on very little boost. He had a reset there. He dashed as he hit the ground, and I'm not sure what he got that reset. Moxy slowing the game down on the dribble. Time on his side right now. Plus, when the game is played slow and on the ground, it just favors him. Whether time is on his side or not, Nush got to back off. Moxy's long shot is wide. With 15 seconds left to go, Nush needs to just boom a long shot, and Moxy knows it, so he's just buying a couple more seconds, and that's all he needs to do. But he actually covers the reset musty as well. And so with 4 seconds left to go, it is going to be a
جي يا اخوان الجيم الاول يروح صلاح
موكس.
بسم الله يا اخوان الجيم الثاني من بيست اوف 7
If somebody can pull out an edge, that could be the difference, or if either one of them can stop each other's main form of attack, we might see somebody be able to pull away. Nush getting a reset, super aggressive continued challenge on 6 boost, jumping up for a 50 around the net is so often a death sentence, but if Nush feels really good about the kind of 50 he can get, you can maybe get away with it, and he has gotten away with it, but Moxy, another flick to outplay Nush in the midfield. He knows Nush is leaving the play and diving back into it. It's time for Nush to start throwing in a fake challenge here or two if he wants to get Moxy to get rid of possession and not find himself staring down a walk-in to the goal every time Moxy has control. Nush head to the ceiling. Moxy's going to have a bit of a late recovery. Clean catch. Faking the flick. The wave dash. So great control from Nush the whole way. Tons of options and never losing control of the ball even when the wave dash shot doesn't work. He knows his miss will keep the ball near him, and the follow-up dunk ties the game. Fear you're exposed. We know you just saved 7 replays from ranked. Yeah. Now I realized as soon as I said that, everyone was going to start thinking that we were watching ranked, watching replays. But the good news is this goal replay that you're watching right now does not ever show up when you're watching replays back. So that's how you can know for sure we are indeed live.
تكفى يلا معنا
MAWKZY long distance flick.
اي صح على الطريق يا اخوان باذن الله راح برجع باذن يا ساتر والله حلوه من نش في شيء كذا اعطاها باور كذا يا ساتر حلوه. طيب يا اخوان باذن الله راح نبث في التويتش اليوم الساعة 9 بإذن الله. فحياكم الله جميعا. واللي ما مسوي لي فولو يا اخوان الرابط تلاقونه بالوصف. انزل سوي لي فولو.
Thank you for the tier 1 for 14 months. W feet. Did you perhaps sub from mobile? Nush. Very close to coming out on top of this long-winded possession here.
يا ساتر الزاوية يا نش. والله حلو.
MAWKZY seemed like he was trying to cover the near post as well. I want to watch it from his POV because I'm sure he felt like he could make that save. Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't use a second jump. Maybe he was trying to specifically.
أنا أتوقع يا عيال أتوقع والعلم عند الله إن راح يعني تكون يعني بيكون رد بإذن الله نش يعني قوي على MAWKZY.
Another aerial attempted finish to get that ball on target, but MAWKZY is there.
الصدق أنا ودي أشوف يعني نش أو MAWKZY يعني ضد يعني لاعبين غير نش يعني زي ما يقولون أو خالد روص احمد كيلر ستارك سمو محسن زي كذا ولا نوبو.
Coming down off the back wall, that can be a dangerous situation. Although he followed up way too much.
الغلطة شو الغلطة هذه بس
البسيطة. He got the ball out to the midfield line. He needed to give up on it here as it rolls side wall. Definitely can't go all the way to ceiling height and not try and make a play on the ball. Letting MAWKZY get the clean touch.
ان شاء الله انه يعوض باذن الله يا اخوان انه يعوض باذن الله.
Your phone actually autocorrects from feet to fear due to how often I type it. It's funny. I have seen a few streamer names show up in my autocorrect. I probably just made a bad decision making my name so close to feet, but what can you do? Maybe one day we'll get so big that we'll take over feet SEO as well. Surely that's possible.
سبحان الله.
Nush making sure to evade MAWKZY in the back corner into his air dribble. He got the reset also on the front side.
ايوه يا شيخ يا عمري يا شيخ.
عطى. Faking with the last few.
عطى يا شيخ.
Soaring past MAWKZY just inside the far post.
يا عيني يا شيخ انا.
He's around.
والله اسطورة يا شيخ.
Nush with a 4-3 lead. And a minute 40 left to go. Mirrored wave dash kickoff goes in favor of Nush. Falling from the ceiling. Using that jump before it expires in order to push himself down just a little bit quicker. And now what I like to call the Diaz dribble. The dribble from the back wall. Diaz farms these all day.
يا مجنون.
As he has no trouble getting all the way
يا أخي والله إنك أسطورة والله إنك أسطورة.
From the back wall.
يا عمري يا شيخ.
The front flip using the tail end of his car.
والله وحش والله وحش.
Who was basically just testing him and saying I'm not
jumping. I don't think
you can make it this whole way. But Nush in
fact did. يا شيخ.
5-3 in favor of Nush. Again, it's been a very close series. We haven't seen a ton of 2-goal leads. This is maybe Nush's first. MAWKZY ended the last game with a 2-goal lead. Managed to keep it there all the way to 0 seconds. We'll see how Nush plays from in front because MAWKZY has always been very good at wasting out the time and playing to his advantage. He's going to miss a wall dash on the back wall, though, which is going to take a possession that should have been his and give it to Nush. Nush, how is he going to try and score this one coming from the wrong side of the ball? Well,
يا عمري يا شيخ. والله ما توقع والله.
Over the top of MAWKZY, who did not expect Nush to go for that, and then a turn back on it too. He thought he was going to be quicker.
ما شاء الله وحش يا عمري يا سرعة.
The expert ball chaser.
السرعة والغضب.
Gets the perfect touch from the wrong side of the ball, or starting from the wrong side of the ball. Now he's got himself a 3-goal lead with 34 seconds. Another kickoff win. The strong first touch to get this to net ASAP. An impossible angle, and indeed it is impossible. He tried to follow it up with the bicycle flip. But MAWKZY able to stop that one. Counterattack denied. Not sure it matters a ton. Don't think MAWKZY could get 3 in such little time. But Nush is going to make sure he keeps his 3-goal win.
No.
Pogo shot.
يا عمري يا شيخ. يا ساتر.
Back the other way.
والله اسطورة يا شيخ. يا ساتر البوغو.
I think he knows the game is over, but he allows Nush to get
يا عمري يا شيخ. اي والله نايس كليب. يا عمري يا اسطورة يا شيخ. والله يا واحد.
MAWKZY, ooh, I was going to say MAWKZY is about to get to shoot against no defender. Hey, credit to MAWKZY for getting back down. Because Nush was going to be completely out of the play.
دي يا اخوان الجيم الثاني يروح صالح. نش بسم الله يا اخوان الجيم الثالث بيست اوف 7 نش ضد موكسي. كل التوفيق لولدنا يا اخوان اللي هو نش. الله يا اسطوره يا اخي. يطربك الادمي ذا يطربك والله.
The London major is over. Nush, that was the most telegraphed challenge I think I've seen. Unless MAWKZY, or unless Nush was hoping that MAWKZY thought he was going to wave dash backwards. I mean, that's a very fast turnaround. I'll give Nush that credit. But it seems quite obvious that he might try and challenge after the huge single jump into wave dash. And MAWKZY seemed to have it read as well. But the London major is completed. Worlds is now in an entire season.
الله يا جا فليك يا عيال.
Between that, we're actually gonna have the Esports World Cup. Did you guys see?
فليك بالزاوية يا شيخ ما شاء الله تبارك الله.
Apparently, 2 teams from each region. I can't remember where I saw that, but 2 teams from each region, which is to say, 2 European teams and 2 North American teams, which is too bad. Because for those of us who really want to see everybody grind hard in ones, it sounds like there's going to be 2 invited teams. Does anybody know? Is it going to be qualifications for those 2 spots? Because if so, that would maybe be nice. Maybe there'd be more people grinding ones in preparation. But assuming they just give it to like
ايوه يا شيخ انا قراها
because those are obviously the teams they want there, then I could see there not being a qualifying tournament at all. 2 France teams final. Yeah, I mean, which 2 teams do they give it to?
بإذن الله الجيم هذا ايزي
of the 4 French teams, unless they're going to have a qualifier, in which maybe
حلو
they
يا اخوان
will.
يا ساتر.
Won the kickoff strong enough that he felt
حلو يا اخوان يكون الاجام كلها يعني يفوز فيها نش. والله بتصير يا اخوان.
Doesn't have anything to actually do with nationalities, I don't think. Does it? But there's also some people are talking about in the chat, like a FIFA E. What's it called? I just know it's FIFA E is like their organization. But there's an actual World Cup type tournament where players are going to be playing alongside their nation. That one, I think everyone is really excited for. But they have not given like any other information. I don't even know when it is. So if I was trying to plan, you know, who knows, maybe some kind of ones event, because we know I like to do that. I need to know when all the pros are going to be playing their national events so that I can plan around it. But I don't think they've said anything about the dates. But that's going to be very cool. That happened once before, right? And the U.S. won it a long time ago. Who held that tournament? Was it just a Johnny tournament? It was back when Kronovi was representing
يا ساتر
the
جبت
US.
يا عيال.
And I forget who the rest of his team was.
حلو
But I
انه
think
كيف.
Kronovi and 2 other Americans won it. Was it just the Johnny tournament? No, I mean Johnny tournaments are great, and they're the biggest community tournaments there are. But I'm saying like an esports World Cup or like a DreamHack is obviously, you know, some kind of much bigger event than, you know, just an online tournament ran by one person.
لا لا.
Or for example, like the Intel 2v2, wasn't
Wow.
it Intel or something? Wasn't there a World Cup 2v2? That was held by some big organization.
عمري.
Just an online tournament. Guys, stop. MAWKZY gonna get a 3rd goal here. This continues to be a sweaty matchup between these two.
يا ساتر. معلم فدا. حلو. يعني.
Nush on the reset goes for the 50 and wins it, but MAWKZY neutralizes back with a ton of consecutive bumps. Now how long will Nush stick around?
يا عمري يا
Great
شيخ.
save there from Nush.
والله كويس جابها.
Felt like he stayed a moment too long, but just barely able to throw off the counterattack of MAWKZY, and now he's got an air dribble of his own off the side wall. He's looking for the
يا
near post,
عمري
the far post.
الزاوية.
That's exactly where he gets it to.
والله يا
And
حطها
he
بزاوية يا
never really
عيال.
faked anything else this whole air dribble. He just attacked it
أخذ
straight
الرشتينة
on.
وعطاها واحدة.
MAWKZY rotating around using the wall dashes.
يا
to
ساتر
try and
تخيلوا
gain
يا عيال
speed
جابها.
also means
والله لو
he is not
جابها
taking the
سيف
shortest path to
وبنش
that
على
far
الباب
post and ends up not
ممكن
being able to beat
نتضارب
Nush
انا
to
وياه.
it. Now Nush going to be up 5-3. By the way, Nush, Dr. Known and Ops, the team that we followed a bunch, aka Team Rock, is now no longer Team Rock. I wonder what their name is. In the meantime, I saw a tweet. Okay, MAWKZY getting a little toxic here. As he
بدأ
throws
توكسيك.
a nice shot at Nush.
اوكي
As Nush tries
MAWKZY
to dive on the
بدأ
ball.
توكسيك يا اخوان.
MAWKZY just low 50s
MAWKZY
it
بدأ
and
توكسيك.
throws the toxic nice shot. Intel did a World Cup that was supposed to be held during 2020 Olympics, but COVID. It was just a regional online and 3v3. Oh yeah, I do remember that. How many things has COVID taken from us? They've also taken a Rizzo championship from us, right? Am I right, chat? Guaranteed.
اوه ساتر يا سيف.
MAWKZY's shot save, a crucial one at that. He's gonna
لا
drop a
شفت في الشاشة
thanks
الثانية.
and a close one after
يا
denying MAWKZY on the goal
ساتر.
line, and then quickly counterattacking. Great landing in the net.
والله حلوة
Last bit of
حلوة
boost.
حلوة.
Gives him a long shot and it's
يا عيني يا
47
شيخ.
seconds. He's ready to smack talk, and he watched every last second of that replay. He's gonna slightly delay this kickoff. He doesn't want MAWKZY to get into any shenanigans. He'd rather be the one to do so. And he's actually won it, although he's just put the ball directly into MAWKZY's early challenge. A couple different camera checks. I don't know if MAWKZY's actually checking for Nush. I think he probably knows he's already beat him with how high he is in the air. Maybe just a little bit of celebration probably. Yeah, Rock was an org, but their contract ended. And so they're looking for another org as far as the tweet that I read today. And I just realized I don't remember them saying maybe what their team name is now in the meantime. MAWKZY, 20 seconds of possession to end the game. He wants to get a cut to outplay Nush at the midfield, something he's done many times. But it's not going to be easy as he had lost the dribble. And now he's trying to make something happen on pads. While Nush has a lot more. Nush is going to bump MAWKZY. He knows that wins in the game, and you can see the frustration from MAWKZY, who wasn't even
يا
moving after he got
اخوان الجيم الثالث
bumped.
يروح
Did not try to
صالح.
get back. Nush
نش
still apologized.
بسم الله يا اخوان الجيم الرابع من بيست اوف 7. هاي باذن الله انها تكون بداية خير للنش يا اخوان. زي ما تشوفون الجيم الثالث كان في بداية توكسيك من MAWKZY يعني.
It all started with MAWKZY dropping a nice shot after Nush had a poor challenge. And now the quick chats are fully petty and coming out at every possible moment.
لا
Moxy's
لا
certainly
لا
gonna hit
لا
it back.
توكسيك يا اخوان. الجيم بدأ توكسيك يا اخوان.
Moments later, Moxy
انا المقطع
scores, so obviously
كذا، انا
he's
المقطع
gonna be
كذا
spamming.
ايش بكتب عليه؟
And he goes for the quintuple
بداية
take the shot,
التكسكة.
which is
لا فجأة قلب
okay, never mind, it's
المباراة،
not just
قلبت
5
المباراة
or
تكسكة.
6. It's infinite. Yo, Polis Filia, thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months as Nush. Oh, look
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
Nush.
placement here. He's gonna drop a
أسطورة يا
nice one.
شيخ.
And a great pass. I don't know where great pass came from. It wasn't just a kickoff win. But look at the front flip to the opposite side of the ball. Gets the touch. Put it back on the post. And of course, it's perfectly posted in the way Nush has been playing in the air. Sapphire plays. Thank you for the new tier 1. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I'll make sure I don't miss it.
هرب. Hello?
Nush. Oh wow, he knew the bump was coming, but he actually ended up not dodging it. Fortunately for him, Moxy had lost
لا
Supersonic,
بس
so
عشان
it
ايش؟
wasn't
لا
the
يصير
demo.
شيء بعدين.
Moxy couldn't get this dribble controlled quick enough to outplay Nush. As Nush will now back off. Needs to be careful in the way he challenges. Needs to throw a couple more fake challenges in, like this one right here. Might be enough. As he forces that heavy flick from Moxy, and the follow-up is saved to the backboard, but it does not end Moxy's possession. Little wall dash chain to see if he can get a demo. Doesn't connect. And now it's Moxy in the ball carry. He is the most dangerous player in this position, and he is going to launch some take the shots at him, which, to be fair, I don't really get. I feel like take the shot is only really toxic when you're playing twos.
والله بدأ تكسك يا اخوان.
But it doesn't matter. No matter what quick shot he picks, the point is heard, I'm sure. Moxy back to his flick game.
ساتر هذا توكسيك يا
knows
اخوان درجة
that
أولى.
he cannot allow Moxy this position too many times in a row. And that's probably the reason why he has been diving on challenges to start the game. Just left and right, trying to take the ball off the top of his car. That was getting punished as well. And so I think what Nush will have to do is he'll have to somehow reduce the amount of times that he leaves the play. Because right now, he's leaving the play, trying to get back to it. We have seen players stick on the ball forever as Nush gets another full dribble. And apologizes
والله حلو انه
profusely.
شيء
He didn't mean
لازم
to.
تتابع
He's
فيه.
very sorry
اخذ
that
رست
he
هنا.
had to score in the length of the
حطها
field.
واحدة هنا.
And he's going to drop a wow as well. I watched that one, but Nush made sure to watch it as well, just in case I was going to skip it.
والله دايم والله.
Well, that's because the French quick chat can also mean take it, or kind of like take that, is how I'm thinking. Or I guess take it would be a little bit more toxic. Take that would make you sound like you're like in the Power Rangers or something.
Oh, yo.
Take that!
No?
Nush trying to get underneath this ball.
فجر.
Cannot collect the dribble. 18 boost. He knows he has to turn on his play to buy himself a bit of space. And now he needs to
يعطيه مساحات والله قاعد يعطيه مساحات.
which he does.
اوكي يا اخوان هو لازم يعني عادي يعطيه مساحات هذا هو
He left the play, had to use a ton of it to get back.
قاعد يعطيه مساحات بشكل كبير والله.
Nush, you own the air. Why let Moxy get to the ground like this? Moxy going for the low 50 scores, dropping the great pass from Nush.
يلا معنا.
Nush forced out of the play again. Moxy
انت سيف يا
back to his game, although this
يا
time
عمري
he
يا
gets
شيخ.
denied and is a
حلوة
little bit too
منك والله.
casual as he
والله حلوة
waits
منك
to
يا
jump
شيخ.
up for this ball, allows Nush to land and get back up quicker.
شوي. انا لا تصدم.
Moxy feeling pressured by Nush at the midfield after the boost grab. Goes up to play the ball away. Gets a very awkward touch, allowing Nush a possession. But he did grab the boost, which means Nush had to start this all on 0, but he gets his opportunity and he just... Oh no, I thought he missed. He just barely missed. I thought it was posting out. But no, of course, it's posted in. Never should have doubted Nush in the first place. As Moxy finds himself deep in the corner while Nush shoots at an open net.
اي والله جوت والله نش جوت يا اخوان ما شاء الله تبارك الله على عمر هذا ما شاء الله قاعد ينافس ناس كثير ما شاء الله عليه.
Nush going all the way to the goal line, double jump pop.
يا ساتر مالي فدا والله فدا
in much lower rated 1v1s.
يا مالي
Nothing like dribbling straight down the field and double jumping. That is my way to score in 1v1.
Hello,
Nush.
Air
dribble off the wall. This is also my way to score. You know, I like the double jump bumps.
Yes, that's
catch me doing this as well. Yeah, casual, off the wall, reset, top right, 103 kilometers per hour. That's also the way I like to score.
شيش يا عمر يا شيخ ما شاء الله تبارك الله ما شاء الله. اذكر والله يا اخوان اذكر والله
Moxy trying to launch Nush out of the play. Is another nail biter in the final minutes. The Moxy Nush matchup has delivered so far as Nush sets up his flick, flies so far away from the ball. Always a big risk to do that. As he tried to use a backflip to make his way back into the flick and really did not establish a great position to 50. So Moxy is gonna make the argument that Nush was essentially passing to him. As you can see, he mentions that Nush gave him a great pass many times. Nush with 23 boosts. Moxy gets the midfield. Nush deciding to back off. Able to snag the demo and the quick thinking recovery. As he now is going to have himself an air dribble with Moxy. Credit to him for taking it away, not allowing Nush to get to the spot. And Moxy even pins it on the far post before it crosses the net. An all-in dive by Moxy in the final moments. And it's a great call. I don't think he wants to be defending against a Nush air dribble, which is the other option if he doesn't dive in. Now he has himself a 2-goal lead. Moxy gonna stay on ball as he tries to waste the precious seconds that Nush needs. Nush's flick, not enough, and the 50 isn't either. Seconds left to go. Nush needed a goal a moment ago, didn't get it, so Moxy's gonna drop the close ones. As he knows he's tying up the series.
جي يا اخوان الجيم الرابع يروح لصالح موكسي. بسم الله يا اخوان الجيم الخامس. نش ضد موكسي يا اخوان كله توفيق الود ان شاء الله. هذا جيم مهم جدا للطرفين عشان كذا يا رب انه يبدا. يا رب انها دفعت بلا هالهدف وان شاء الله انها بداية خير للنش يا رب يا رب. على كل ثقة أنا بإذن الله يا أخوان كل ثقة بالآدمي ذا بإذن الله كل ثقة بالله في الآدمي ذا.
Moxy out to the side boost and back to the ball.
يا ساتر.
As he will again drop the triple take it, as I am to understand it in the French translation.
توكسيك يا عيال كالعادة.
Honestly, the quick chat mechs are looking great. Able to get 7, take the shots out on, I believe, a single goal. Not bad. Certainly something he could work on to improve. As he gets the biggest early lead we have ever seen. Neither one of these guys have been able to get 3-goal lead this early. It's only been 32 seconds into the game. Nush does not have a lot to say as Moxy makes sure to watch that entire replay. Another way these guys have been making sure to rub it into each other. Nush able to 50 this down into his control.
حلوة.
Back to his bread and butter. Moxy goes off the ceiling and actually forces Nush to go early. Can he get the catch and bring it back on target in time?
يا عمري يا شيخ.
He did not need to be too quick with it because Moxy did go all in on his challenge. But I actually don't hate it from Moxy with how well Nush has been playing in the air. He forced him to mix it up, and he was just a moment away from being able to deny his scoring opportunity. Had he been able to make it back, get the follow-up
يا
save.
عمري يا شيخ الثاني. Let's go
No
يا
quick
شيخ.
chatting from him just yet. He is maybe going to wait to tie it up
Let's go.
before he claps back here in this game number 5. Moxy, huge 50 win.
أنا
Gonna drop the OMG on Nush. I want to go back and watch it from Nush's perspective. He was trying to go for a wave dash 50, I believe, because he single jumps into it and just floats in the air, presumably because he wants to 50 and land dash to win out the recovery. But if you don't prioritize the actual 50 enough, the recovery is not going to matter. Moxy pops this ball up. Nush able to get a reset. What getting a reset does on a play like that, it's backed Moxy off, makes it so it's really hard for him to challenge him and allows him to fall to the ground.
ماش تدخلات نش إلى الآن سيئة سيئة.
Gets possession either way. I mean, that back to the challenge just ain't it. That just ain't it. And Moxy is trying his best to make sure that Nush's mistakes tilt him by dropping quick checks every time, but that is quite the tilting goal back the other way.
كويس يا اخوان.
Nush is able to just force it through. They both wanted the wave dash, but Moxy got pushed back all the way to the negative 45. He still ended up flipping through it in attempts to get a favorable continuation of the play.
Yep.
But it didn't work out. It was free for Nush, and now
يا عمري يا شيخ.
Moxy's gonna pass
Let's
one to Nush off the back
go.
wall.
الرابع يا اخوان. الرابع عن طريق نش. يا رب ها نش. نش يا نش.
A game that was threatening to
بس ايزي
be
عندك.
won early has now
لعباتك يا شيخ.
been equalized with 3 minutes left to go, or not fully equalized, but certainly an interesting position now as Nush goes straight to the ceiling. He just baited Moxy in and beat him by
حلوة
a
حلوة
mile.
حلوة
I mean,
حلوة حلوة.
I'm surprised
تعادل
at
يا
just how much
اخوان
he beat
5-5.
him.
Let's go.
Moxy, oh, he went slow. He did not full commit to it. I think that's part of why. I think if Moxy went really quick, he would have been able to get a decent 50, and maybe he thought because he went quick that that was going to be enough to scare Nush, so he could get away with maybe not going as fast as possible. But yeah, half committing to that challenge. That Nush beat him to the ball easily, and this
يا ساتر يا الحظ يا اخوان.
have a dual purpose, both bumping Nush and popping the ball.
والله يا حظ. مالي هو حظ يا اخوان يعني قليلا من
Nush really kick
السلك.
off on the wave dash. He's used that to score multiple times this series. Both of them did not actually want to go for the ball. They tested each other and decided to back off. Credit to Moxy, who did not allow Nush to take the ball away from him, while also not handing it over and not wasting any boost. What is Moxy doing here? That almost looked like a controller DC, but it was very intentional. As he power slides his way back to the ball, and he really wants a 50. Nush gives it to him,
انا والله ما شاء.
and Nush cannot recover. Moxy's just waiting behind the ball. You see him dropping the thanks. It seems like that's what he wants. Wants Nush to try to come in and
في
win.
غلطات والله.
Wave dash kickoff. Moxy plays the ball. Nush plays the boost. As you see him holding down that boost button as he goes to pick up his back corner because he knows Moxy is looking for that demo, so he has to stay full speed. Moxy actually doesn't go for the ball at all. Goes straight for Nush. Does it work out? Yes. It does. He finds his way back, or I should say it works out temporarily because now he has no boost to work with. Nush is on a full tank, and that bump will send Moxy flying.
يلا هدف
Still no top here from Nush.
باقي
who
هدف.
has started out this
Only
game
goal.
down
Only
3.
goal.
and seems adamant on bringing his way all the way back before we see another quick chat from him. MAWKZY, I mean, that's just his game. That is just his game. And this is why we saw Nush so many times just dive here earlier. He has started the shadow now, and maybe he's just trying to make points. To me, who is saying he maybe needs to shadow more often. Look, you can't shadow against MAWKZY, he says. Or hopefully he's realizing. MAWKZY, really strong first touch off the side wall, and is able to follow it back up before Nush can do anything about it. Credit to MAWKZY for recognizing that he was going to win the race. He had Nush on the ground on 0 boosts, so he needed to play it as quick as possible, and that's what he got with that first touch. 6-9. A nice scoreline, says chat, as Nush will get a rare midfield beat on MAWKZY. These have been going the other way. But on really no boost at all, Nush times his jump perfectly when MAWKZY turns to challenge. Nush. Wall to air dribble, needs this goal. MAWKZY, great challenge from high in the back wall. Now with 45 seconds, he is going to waste his time. We know MAWKZY. He is not going to force the issue. He is going to play this clock. And he is going to try and guarantee his win as he now takes the ball into his back corner. Nush diving and actually almost stole it directly into the net. Nush really doesn't want MAWKZY to be able to get control of the ball again and waste any more time, so he willingly takes the ball back into his own half with very little time left on the clock. He thinks that's preferable to letting MAWKZY have control, and he's probably right. MAWKZY makes a save. Nush can't get the follow-up and went all in for it. So the game is over.
Okay,
as MAWKZY can score this or not score it.
جي يا اخوان الجيم الخامس روح صالح موكسي. بسم الله يا اخوان الجيم السادس نش ضد موكسي. كل التوفيق لولدنا. احتمال يا اخوان يكون الجيم الاخير ان فاز موكسي. نقول ان شاء الله لا يا رب، بس هذا ان كان يعني ان فاز موكسي خلاص، لكن ان فاز نش بيروح جيم 7 او جيم 7. هو يعتبر جيم اخير.
So Nush going to get a couple more opportunities to bring it back and not allow the revenge. MAWKZY off the ceiling. Seemed like he was entertaining going for a really tight angle, but did not set it up correctly. Nush off the side wall. MAWKZY knows better than to allow him to go to work there. So as soon as he set him up with that pass, he made sure to get up early to take it away. And
ليت على الباب والله، ليت على الباب يا عيال.
Nush going high. MAWKZY can't get a touch. Nush gonna boom down from the ceiling as MAWKZY.
لا
Nush got a reset on the
ball. آخر ست جاء غلط.
On ground level, and actually used it to flip again, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't enough. Wave dash kickoff. MAWKZY missing his dash means it's a great position for Nush, and he goes
يا عمري يا شيخ الله يوحش.
MAWKZY swinging around into the corner boost as Nush pulls up in the air. The counter for that is to just try and place it on the opposite post and dare that defender to find their way all the way back. Nush has been liking his delay on his wave dash kickoff. As a reset musty, this one's a little bit soft. MAWKZY gets the save. Nush is trying to back it up in order to follow up the shot. He's not going to be able to do it in time. So MAWKZY has it into the blue box. A flick and a goal. That happens often with MAWKZY. Nush thought about turning the challenge early. MAWKZY has forced that out of him from early on in the series, although it was going better for Nush earlier on, so I expect to see a few more risky challenges here and there as he tries to dispossess MAWKZY. MAWKZY is going to drop a take the shot. This is a nice play. Bringing the ball to the net, seeing Nush going in and out, just pops it high to the back. And then punishes Nush for what is a fairly risky defensive setup by going to that side wall. MAWKZY knows he has to commit on that first shot. Nush has the reset. Credit to MAWKZY too, who has
يا عمري يا شيخ والله يوفقك يا عيال. شلفك
who was able to stop
اخذنا ريست هنا
the other
فيك
player's favorite form of attack.
حلوة
MAWKZY,
منك يا
until
شيخ
this moment in which I
يا
tried
عمري
to give him credit, has been doing a good job of challenging high off the back wall, off the ceiling, in order to stop the Nush dribbles early whenever possible.
فعلها.
And he's going to do it again to the ceiling on Nush's dribble and able to take it away. Might even get a clean shot for a fourth goal. So he has been able to turn Nush's strength into some goals of his own. And that seems to be the defining factor here as the game potentially winds down in favor of MAWKZY. MAWKZY with a kick-off win.
لا 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 والله حرام.
Fairly equal, I would say.
كان يصير لك يا نش.
Nush has certainly gotten his fair share as well.
حلو.
Nush gonna go low this time.
جابه.
MAWKZY positions well on the back wall, and he's always looking for the demo, whether it's off his shot or off his save. The follow-up, that's where he tries to delete his opposition. Nush, bit of an awkward setup as he got up to that ball, but managed to protect it the whole way and not allow MAWKZY a goal. Can he stop him here? Backflip pops it up. MAWKZY fakes once, and Nush doesn't fall for it. Just lets the ball bounce and gets a nice collection. That Musty was a bit optimistic. And MAWKZY is going to drop a quick chat, presumably to rub it in just a little bit that he wasn't able to get it. MAWKZY off the ceiling. Great placement from MAWKZY.
لا تكفى.
6-2. We talked about how every game so far
has
been close down to the wire. It looks like
لكن
MAWKZY's
ان
trying
شاء
to
الله
change that.
يرجع فيها
He's
باذن
got a
الله
little
انا واثق.
separation.
في وقت والله هو 1v1 كمان وفي وقت.
Midget, thank you for the tier 1 for
عندك
28
دقيقتين.
months. Appreciate you. Nush, I think that's it. I'm guessing we're going to see a forfeit from him. MAWKZY's going to drop a GG's. That's a bit early, but I mean, Nush just gave this up. Joke. Okay, now Nush is going to lock back in. Now he's not going to forfeit. Don't you know, MAWKZY, you never say GG's to someone you want to leave the match. Everybody knows that. Nush may have been thinking about leaving, but not anymore, as he will get his third goal after outplaying MAWKZY. A minute 20 left to go. Nush popping the ball over the top of MAWKZY, but he's got to know that MAWKZY is going to be wasting so much time whenever he gets possession. Now that he has this lead with about a minute left to go, Nush tried to get a power slide cut. MAWKZY read it, and MAWKZY will get more. Can't really blame Nush for going for those type of plays. He needs quick beats. Maybe there's a chance. Cuts it around MAWKZY. Gets his goal. It didn't work out this time, and MAWKZY now evading the demo play and getting back on ball. He is going to try and run the score up even more, and actually missed, but gets possession, grabs all the boosts on the map, will take it back into his own half, and he has no trouble wasting out the entire game if you won't come take the ball from him. He will just dribble it out and take his win. As he looks to cross.
اوكي عزيزي المتابع، وصلنا لنهاية المقطع. تسوي لايك اشتراك فعل جرس التنبيهات. السلام عليكم.